On September 26, 2016, the National Immigration and Customs Enforcement Council rocked the political world, and it was with their first ever endorsement, a political endorsement, and even more so in the presidential race between Donald Trump and Hillary Rodham Clinton. And here's the direct quote. "We hereby endorse Donald J. Trump and urge all Americans, especially the millions of lawful immigrants living within our country, to support Donald J. Trump and to protect Americans' jobs, wages, and lives," the organization's president, Chris Crane, wrote in a statement published at donaldjtrump.com. Now, the council, or union, represents 7,600 federal immigration and officers and law enforcement support staff. The quote from Mr. Crane's statement clarifies how they came to that. "This first ever endorsement was conducted by a vote of our membership, with Hillary Clinton receiving only 5% of that vote." Consider that, 5% out of 7,600. That says a lot. In stating why his members disliked her so much, the Democrat nominee for president, Clinton, Crane stated her support of, and I quote, "the most radical immigration proposal in U.S. history," and that it was crafted with the assistance of, and I quote, "special interests and open borders radicals." Well, of course, that would have to include the likes of former Secretary of Labor, Hilda Solis, I'm sure, Luis Gutierrez, member of Congress, the likes of National Council of La Raza, Janet Murguia, and of course, don't forget, inside of the Obama White House, you have Cecilia Munoz, also another member of the National Council of La Raza, who happens to also craft those very plans for Barack Obama, the current president. His statement goes on as follows. "Her radical plan would result in the loss of thousands of innocent American lives, mass victimization and death for many attempting to immigrate to the United States, the total gutting of interior enforcement, the handcuffing of ICE officers, and an uncontrollable flood of illegal immigrants across U.S. borders." And of course, he also points out that America has been lied to about every aspect of immigration in the United States, that Trump's plan would, and I quote, "restore immigration security," and that we can fix our broken immigration system, and we can do it in a way that honors America's legacy as a land of immigrants, but Donald Trump is the only candidate who is willing to put politics aside so that we can achieve that goal. Now, keep in mind that it was the immigration platform, or the border security platform, the immigration enforcement and border security platform of Donald Trump's, which essentially did propel him to the Republican nomination and garnered him widespread support from the American people. However, here is some of what Hillary Clinton has to say. "If we claim we are for family," this is off the HillaryClinton.com website, "if we claim we are for family, then we have to pull together and resolve the outstanding issues around our broken immigration system. The American people support comprehensive immigration reform not just because it's the right thing to do, and it is, but because they know it strengthens families, strengthens our economy, and strengthens our country. We can't wait any longer for a path to full and equal citizenship." Now, on her website, she says that she will introduce comprehensive immigration reform, and she goes into a whole bunch of things that essentially just expands what the current president, Barack Obama, has done, and some of which, if you think about this over time and given my expertise on this subject, really started under George W. Bush. Because let's face it, when you talk about enforcement of immigration law, well, it's the Border Patrol who was banned from interior enforcement by an agreement that took place, a memorandum of understanding in 2004, November of 2004 to be specific, that took away interior enforcement from the Border Patrol and gave it to ICE, though ICE was still in their formative stages. Now, in addition, you have to consider at who ran ICE, starting with the likes of Julie Myers and how that has continued with a number of individuals who were not qualified at all for the positions they held, from Julie Myers, once again, the Bush nominee and head of ICE, to the current former United States Attorney for the Northern District of Texas and head of ICE, Sarah Saldana. Nothing has changed there. The policies have continued to worsen, and not only have Border Patrol agents been handcuffed, but so have ICE agents. And that is exactly why the National Border Patrol Council, or Border Patrol Union, has announced previously their endorsement of Donald Trump, as well as the recent statement by the National Immigration and Customs Enforcement Council. Pretty easy to see why when you have a record like that and policies like that.